Hey Lindsay, how you doing? Hey Gina, how are you? Hey Mary. Hey Bill. Hey Steve. Don. Hey Michael. Cindy. Tasha, how you doing? Hey Matthias. Jess. Victoria. Destin. Lisa. How you guys doing today? Hey, I was thinking of going to Detroit today. It's always like, hey Michelle. Jessica. Hey Dale. Maggie. Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. But I got up this morning and my windshield wipers were stuck to my windshield with about a 16th of an inch of ice. So I said, the heck with it. Yeah, I was just looking at a couple of YouTube videos. You guys that have been around a while, I've had a pilot's license. I haven't flown in a long time, but I did a lot of flying at one time in my life. And I love flying, and I think it's great that people can share their experiences in flying. Same to you, Tom Kent. But I got to be honest with you, I love watching them. I go on YouTube and I love watching pilots record their flight approaches, landings, Cat 3 approaches, that kind of thing. But I'll tell you, I mean, honestly, for commercial flights, passenger carrying flights, I don't agree with cameras in the cockpit. Hey, Connell, how are you? I don't think that they should be allowed. I think it's distracting. I just can't believe that they've come this far. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Yeah, I know. That's why it wasn't too hot of a day. It's not too hot of a day up here either. Same to you, letting sparks fly. You know what I'm thinking of doing now? I was into beekeeping pretty heavy at one time as well. I mean, big time. I've got every book. I got a lot of experience in beekeeping, but I tried them up here when I first moved up here, and there's just not there. It just didn't work. I think my guess is it's a low deck angle. We got a lot of tall trees up here, and they don't get enough winter sunshine. But I'm thinking of starting another hive, an indoor hive, taking my spare bedroom and just letting the bees enter from the second floor and doing an indoor hive. I've been thinking about doing that this spring. Oh, that's no problem, Cindy. Yeah, there's a lot of little like tricks and stuff in making a channel. I mean, I got lucky on mine, but anybody that needs that wants to get their channel going or have any questions, ask me. And anybody that's starting a new channel, you're certainly welcome to paste your link on any of my videos. You won't see it right away probably because I think linked videos go directly into the spam folder, but I'll approve them all. It's no problem. Beekeeping is super interesting. A lot of beekeepers pass themselves off as good stewards of Mother Nature. Hey, Jim. But it's actually the opposite. If you look at the Langstroth hive, which is the hive that you see sitting out in fields and you're probably most familiar with, that is the absolute worst design you could ever put a bee in. And you would never find bees naturally selecting an environment like that. So mankind puts them in the worst particular environment. The hives that you see, the big rectangular hives, they're set up to take the honey that the bees make for themselves and make it easier for the human being to steal it. That's why you'll see they take off the top, they pull out the frames, and they put it in an extractor machine and spin the honey out of it and then put it in there for them to start over. It sucks. It's drafty. There's zero insulation. They're put in bad spots. And if you look at where bees set up on their own, they'd never do it in an environment like that. So when these beekeepers who have conned the public into thinking that they're really in for Mother Nature, which is totally not true. They're the ones that are the cause of a lot of the bees not making it because they're putting them in crappy environments. If you really like bees and you really want to do a good job, you'll get a top bar hive or a Warray hive. You won't get a Langstroth hive. And even then, if a bee had its druthers, it would pick a much better setup. We've got an old furniture store downtown here, and there's been a beehive in there for at least 100 years. Which means that it's requeened itself. They picked a good spot, but This bee problem in the United States has a lot to do with the crappy people that are keeping bees. Daisy's doing fine. So if I do this indoor hive, uh, it'll give you a good chance to see how bees operate. It's absolutely fantastic to get into beekeeping. I got into it for the interest in bees, not for the honey. I'm still considering. I still think that uh, a big part of it is just. I do think it's neonicotinoids, Roundup, stuff like that, but it's also crappy beekeepers. Let me give you an example of how stupid some of these people are in beekeeping. I won't mention his name, but he's a big time entomologist at Michigan State University. And at least statewide, that's an agricultural school. They boast and brag about being, experts at animal husbandry. And they got a guy there that's worldwide known for his publications on bees. I know a guy, he's not Amish and he's not Mennonite, but if you met him and his wife, you would think that they were. They're Christians, but it's they get it asked it all the time, and I can see why. Super nice people. Well, Michigan State decided to buy some bees from these people, and they went down there, and it was unseasonably cold spring, one of these like 28, 24-degree days. And this big shot from Michigan State came down there in a pickup truck, not a pickup truck with a cap, just an open bed pickup truck. And they bought like 80 packages of bees. They come in a package with a queen. And the guy who they bought them from said, hey, look, you can't drive down the road in open air and expect these bees to make it. It's way too cold. You shouldn't even be getting bees today, even if you had a cap on the back of the pickup. Well, of course, this guy's the, world's expert. He tells them to mind his own business in a nice way. Loads all these bees up, 90% of them died. I've never met more people that are full of shit than beekeepers. And there you have an academic guy that's known for bees, and he's just as full of shit. I've always been very suspect that the bees make extra honey. Nah, it's bullshit too. The bees make honey for bees, not for people. And I think that's another reason why bees are stressed out, because they're working the hell out of them and they're killing them. Here's another thing. Bees find ideal places to set up. If you ever find one in the wild, they're in tree trunks. They'll set up in walls in an abandoned building, good spaces, places like that. Where when you see mankind get a hold of them, it's just almost always a bad environment. No, it's not. But beekeeping, if you do it the right way, for the bees and try and help them out, you will definitely not have a Langstroth hive. I think this excess honey is bullshit. Beekeeping's fascinating, though. To see those bees spin that comb in the pitch dark, it's beautiful. They requeen the hive. And for all you women out there, it's the females that run the beekeeping world. The male's just used for sex, and he's kicked out and freezes to death going into the winter. They don't need men, and it's very obvious. Yeah, no, Jared, that's another thing too. That people don't realize that. You get these bee guys, and I've noticed in the early spring when the bees are busy and they're spinning comb and they're setting up for the summer, they're busy. And it seems to me like it's kind of a distraction. When you set up an early hive, you'll see them in there, and they don't really seem that interested in stinging you. And I think the reason for that is because they're busy. They're setting things up. And after all, they don't have anything to protect. They don't have any honey yet. It's a new colony, and they got better things on their mind. But you try taking that top off in the end of July or the beginning of August, it's going to be a different story. A lot of people get stung because they pinch the bees in the top when they pull them off. Yeah, it's funny, Steve. I've never dealt with a flow hive. I just looked some up last night. It sounds like a kind of a good idea, but again, you're still ripping the bees off of their honey. Your wife is a bee, definitely. Yeah, I think it's, well, I think it's just, you know, if you're going to take honey, you know, take honey, but don't go telling anybody what a great guy you are that you're a beekeeper. Here's another thing I think is pure bullshit. You know, insects, like anything else, you know, uh, a bee in the wild sets up and he's there till the day he dies, which isn't very long in the summertime, at least for the worker bees, about 21 days. These guys in Michigan's an example. They'll use a ton of bees for almond pollination in California. Then they'll put them on a semi truck, drive to the East Coast for blueberry pollination, then back to the Midwest for watermelon pollination. And these clowns can't figure out why the bees are dying. All you got to do is talk to these people and beekeep on your own, and you'll realize how full of shit most of them are. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Great. Bees are very interesting, though. I highly recommend if you have an interest in nature, it's true, busy as a bee. That's no kidding. How they operate is impressive. And usually in the summertime, when you've got a bee flying around you, he's looking for something to drink. He's not trying to sting you. Don't swat at him. Another thing I want to tell you too is you mentioned, Jarrett, that you got stung by bees when you were a kid. You know, that can change any day. There's a chemical compound is similar in the venom, but that can also mutate. It can be a little different. And all it takes sometimes, it's like a peanut allergy, anaphylactic shock. I've known guys that have just had the hell stung out of them their whole life, and all of a sudden one day they get stung and they react to it and have to go to the hospital. So, you know, there's variances in the venom. The word to the wise is when you beekeep, don't think you're Tarzan out there that's best friends with Mother Nature. Put a damn beekeeping suit on. Given now, Benasia, if I thought this was just a serious question, I would answer it. But you're one of these clowns that repeats something someone else asked because you think you can start an argument or some controversy. I don't have time to babysit you idiots today. So go answer that questions on your own. Oh yeah, I've had honey from the comb. Yeah, plenty of times. The reason I've had honey from a comb, it's like, well, if you're such a great beekeeper and you love the bees, how'd you get honey from the comb? That'd be a good question. And the way I got it is the bees never lived very long up here for me. I had them in the old hives. A guy had given me a couple of them when I got up here, and I put insulating tops on them the whole bit, and they still died. So when the bees die, that honey doesn't last forever. I took it. That's how I got it. And these stories that honey lasts forever, that they found it in the tombs of the Egyptians 3,000 years later, and it was just as good. That's absolute bullshit. Honey does not last forever. It's got a shelf life. It's a long shelf life. What makes people think it lasts so long is it absorbs moisture. It doesn't dry out. More things is people say, oh, honey is so good for my health. It's natural with my allergies. I put it on cuts. Yeah, honey does help cuts, and I'll tell you why. Because 3% of it's hydrogen peroxide. And just like Vaseline, which is a petroleum product, it covers the wound from infection. There's no magic about it. Taking bee pollen for your allergies, I think that's, you know, like some girl getting a Ouija board thinking that her breasts are going to get larger. It's total horseshit. Royal jelly, more bullshit. People eat royal jelly because that's what one bug feeds to another, the queen. Total bullshit. And most of the royal jelly, if you ever try it, is from China. And those dirty bastards couldn't give me a can of honey. No way. They're always finding lead in their honey and dirt and crap. No, And they're the biggest animal exploiters in the world. Yeah, comb honey's good, you know. You can eat the wax too. It doesn't do you any harm at all. But I'm always, see now, right off the bat, any beekeeper that's selling comb honey, in my opinion, is a douchebag. You know how long it takes for bees to spin comb? forever. And then you sell the comb honey and have them start all over again on a plastic piece of foundation that mimics real wax. I call bullshit. I love to go to places where they're selling honey in the summertime and just bust these guys' balls with their bullshit. And let me tell you too, here's another thing. Now, I don't have any figures to support this, but I can tell you that I would give you 3-to-1 odds that when you go to your local farmer's market and he's got an exhibition hive, which means he's taken a frame or two out of a working hive and he's put it in an observation frame. So you go over there and you see the bees crawling around, and sure as shit, he's got 20 jars of honey that's for sale, and it's just one big nature fest. The bees are flying around and you're seeing the queen running around in there, and he's got honey for sale. Total bullshit. It stresses the bees out. And more often than not, beekeepers buy their honey wholesale. They get a 55-gallon drum of it from some shit bag somewhere, probably imported from China, and then they fill the jars full of it. That's where the money's at. If you do everything up and up, there's no money in honey. There just isn't. So you have to run some kind of scam to make it look like, you're Dr. Doolittle out there making the world a better place. Total bullshit. Yeah, it's a fascinating hobby, though. Hey, Holly, how you doing? And you got to be in the right place, to do it too. I mean, I don't really, personally, I don't believe in commercial pollinating either. It's just total exploitation of, people think because it's a bug, you can just do with it whatever you want. I don't agree with that. Almond pollinators are the worst, total shitbags. And actually, if some crops like blueberries, they use them to pollinate blueberries, but a bumblebee is much better at pollinating blueberries. If you ever look at a honeybee, their feet get caught in those buds. You can tell they don't like it. But honeybees or bumblebees, they don't use them as much because they all die. Everybody dies except for the queen. There's nothing wintering. They live underground, and but they're way better pollinators in certain aspects. Bumblebees are fascinating. So if you're interested in beekeeping, I can help you out with it. Nah, I really don't. I mean, I tried to, Gerald asked me, if I thought they could have a channel and it would do okay. And I think they would, but they need to do the kind of videos that I do. Like a day in the life and how you doing and what's it like out there. No, honestly, no one wants to hear Gerald rap. And no one wants to watch 10 minutes of him combing his hair. He just doesn't get it. Anthony just got out of jail. Congratulations, Anthony. Whose computer just steal today to log on? Your mother's? Brothers? Come on, Anthony. It's no time to get quiet. We got some real screwballs on here. Anthony's bad news. Yeah, bumblebees are really cool. We had a guy about 3 years ago die from getting stung by bumblebees. Ran over him with a tractor. The nest. Yeah. Amanda's doing well. She was on the chat the other night. That's what I think, Cindy. That's what I told her. Hey, Sue, how you doing? He's some idiot that comes on here from time to time. Bumblebees are in the ground. They nest in the ground. Oh, thank you, Don. Appreciate it. No, I haven't, Matthias. They got quite a few of those bees on in some programs in Detroit. I had bees on the 32nd floor of my condo in Chicago, and they did really well till the neighbors complained. They called me for like 2 months and said, the management called and said, there are a lot of bees flying around. I said, yeah, there are. They're all over the place. I didn't lie. And when they found out that I had a beehive on the balcony, it was, I had 24 hours to get rid of them. Bumblebee tuna, yeah, that's right. You'll be able to get rid of them. There's something wrong with them. It's really great. You can tell what YouTube's really cracking down on some of these losers. No, I'm not in Detroit, Dave. No. Sweden, how you doing, Emma? I'm not really sure on which bees bore holes in buildings. I mean, there's a lot of bees out there, a bunch of different kinds. There's those jar bees, mason bees. I mean, they look like flies, but they're bees. You know, I got into it the same way everybody else. I thought I was going to be this great steward of Mother Nature, and then I figured out what a shitty thing I was doing. Oh, thank you, Ray. Appreciate it. Yeah, today's my birthday. It is. Somebody reminded me of it yesterday. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate it. No, I never thought about being a comedian. I couldn't do it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, somebody brought up, a couple weeks ago, someone was asking me how old I am, and I told them, so somebody remembered it last night, so thank you. Hey, Sexy, how you doing? Yeah, my birthday today, yeah. Yep. Just another day for me. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Life Check. Appreciate it. All right, Sexy, that's cool. Sexy, what type of work are you doing now? What do you do for a job? No, I'll probably just hang around here. I almost went to Detroit. It was just such a crappy day. I thought, hell with it. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Appreciate it. Thank you, Goga. Oh yeah, the 100,000. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, I know it gets hot over there in Australia. Oh, you like him, T Junior? Good. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just I always can take off at the spur of the moment, but it wasn't the greatest day in Detroit as well. Jim, what's it like down there right now? Mondays actually looks like it's going to be the best day. Yeah, we just got a little, but it must have started out as rain and froze because my windshield wipers were stuck to my windshield. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow. Yep, sure did. Yeah, I'd rather get like a ton or none, one or the other. Oh, you got a little snow there? Yeah, Chicago's really on the wrong. I was there for the second and third worst snowstorms, which I video recorded some, but mainly still photography. Man, was that a great experience. But you're on the wrong side of the lake to get the real crazy snow. I mean, Chicago snow, I mean, it's not like it used to be, and it's like I said, you're on the wrong side of the lake. You get some lake effect, but not that often because it would have to come out of the east, which doesn't happen much. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? I don't know if you guys have paid much attention to the erosion in Michigan on the east and west side. Man, these houses are falling into the water. Oh, you're still doing that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, damn sucks, sure does. That hot, huh, Dave? Wow. Oh, no kidding. Wow. How long you been doing that, Sexy? Quite a while? Yeah, probably not, Cindy. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's cool, sexy. Hmm. Hey, Dara, how are you? Oh, thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it. I went and looked for some clothes today, for when I go down there, and nothing really great. They had some sleeping bags, but they were real cheap ones. Oh, thank you, Nana Joe. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, Teresa. Thanks, Dara. 63, 68. That's a nice day. No, I know it's sexy. It's the same with those geisha girls. That's mainly companionship. Isn't that an exciting view? Yeah. Here's another pleasant guy living in his mom's basement. Oh, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Now, today'd be a prime day for icing if you were flying around in a little plane. Crappy in Nova Scotia, yeah. No, 65 is pretty good. Yeah. Jim, did you take the day off work? Yeah, Saskatoon. All right. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I'll buy some more beer. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't blame you. They're building a new Culver's hamburger place up across for Tim Hortons where I go and get coffee. And man, you couldn't pay me $100 an hour to work out in this crap. No way. Well, what did it say, Joanne? I did. Maybe went back too quick. What did you say, Joanne? I'm sorry. Right on beer. Mateus, what happened to your photo? Thank you, Kate. Oh yeah, flu sucks. Well, the one bumblebees, all die, but the queen. So there's nothing that's going to survive the winter. That's the one main difference, and they're a better pollinator. Oh, okay. See the kid out there got his new Christmas scooter. How'd you like to have that kind of energy? That looks like something that's a wonderful life. Oh, no, the other kid got a motorized skater, it looks like. Get him on. I got to open that door so Daisy can see. You want to see? You want to see out there? See who that is? Who is that out there? That a girl. That a girl. Who is that? Get a good look. I would, Colby. There's Colby. Here's another guy that graduated last in his class. Colby, you think you'll ever get out of mom's basement? Colby's 54 and plays video games all day. Oh, Sadie. Oh, thank you. I'll donate it. That's sweet of you to do. I appreciate it. You don't have to send any money. I appreciate it, but I look like I need money, but I don't. Thank you. Yeah, Daisy is definitely protective. That was very sweet of you. Thank you. I'll do a custom video for you. Anything that interests you in particular? Oh yeah, bees are really nice. Yeah, it's a great hobby to get into, Michelle. Honestly, you will learn so much. It's just mind-boggling. What's mind-boggling is the distance they cover and how organized they are. Is Colby being rude? And Colby plays video games full time. The problem is he never wins, so that's all he's going to be doing. And he lives in his mom's basement. Yeah, that's right. I got some real booze. Yeah, thank you. Oh, thanks, Eddie. I appreciate it. Palm Coast, Florida. Yeah, my favorite place is India Atlantic. I'll go down there once in a while and get a room for a week. I love India Atlantic. Not too crowded. Yeah, Vanessa, hang in there. That sucks. No, I never watch it, Sue. No. Coral Castle, no. Where I don't know where that place is located. Never heard of it. Well, these kids are having fun on their scooters. Oh, Satellite Beach. You go down there and get Bizarro's Pizza. I think that's the best pizza in the world. Where else can you sit right on the ocean, beautiful, eating a piece of pizza? I mean, it's like the old days. I think they have a location up there at Satellite Beach. Yes, ADO is it's going to go to a good cause, that's for sure. Big bottle of scotch. That's a good cause. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so far, Henry, thanks. Yeah, do it, Joe. Do it, Jim. Oh, I asked a favorite childhood memory. Let me think on that. Well, I found an old Playboy book in a farmer's field one time when I was about 10. I think that is my favorite childhood memory. It's sad, isn't it? I think it's like 31 now. Yeah, it's cold, damp, sucks. Yeah, they're having a good time. She's in the process of a divorce. She's got the sweetest kids. Oh, thank you, Zelda. Appreciate it. Hey, go look. How you doing? I got a place in Florida, Sue. I avoid. I go down there once in a while, but not too much. I go down to Indian Atlantic. There's a Radisson down there, right on the water. Just a killer view. It looks like something in a movie, doesn't it? A little bit. I got dropped off hitchhiking one time in Katy, Texas. I thought I'd never get out of there. Yeah, I've been to all the big cities. Brownsville, down around the south, Dallas, Houston, all those places. Yeah, that's a huge state. No, I've been a private detective my whole life, my whole working life, right out of college. Been self-employed my whole life. I still have a license, but I haven't done a PI case in a while. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I got dropped off there. Man, I was about ready to hijack a car. It's a lot of things, Shelby, just different interest. Oh, I took huge hitchhiking trips when I was like 18, 19, down to Mexico, Seattle, all over the country, riding freight trains. Yeah, it is cool watching those kids. It reminds me of something in a movie. I mentioned last night I was talking to someone about Florida. Cindy, get that Florida project and rent it. You'd really like it. These people right here just moved in, right here, a new couple. Yeah, that was a nice town though then. That would have been like 1975, 6. I think it was 76, the bicentennial. What would it be? Yeah, that's a good. I wish I'd win that Powerball or something. I swear I'll go down there and build like a Megatron place for rehab. I would do that. I would. Kind of like a hybrid where women could come in. First of all, you're not going to get rid of working women, okay? And what I'd like for them to have is a place to take a shower, to see a doctor, to have a place to sleep, and they could still keep working. And when they were ready to quit working, it would be like a halfway point between what they were doing and what they'd like to do. Get a tutor, stuff like that. Get them back into society. It's hard to do that stuff on your own. Yeah, it's very interesting. Oh, tons of times. Yeah. Most of my work was surveillance. That's where the money was at, and that's what we did. I mean, right now, I could still bill $800 a day for surveillance. I'm just so burnt out as a private detective. I don't have any interest in doing PI works. I don't have any interest in flying planes any longer. I mean, I hope it's not getting old, but it might be. Yeah, 77, I transferred to a 4-year college, and it was okay. You know, I always had to work when I was going to school. As I've said before, I barely got into school and barely got out. I did the absolute minimum. I'm still kind of that way. I mean, if something interests me, and it's fun, I'll do it. But and I do read, but not the kind of reading you'd have to do if you were in law school or medical school. I don't think I could hack it. I think I got attention deficit disorder. Yeah, like a halfway house, where they could go in and talk to someone that didn't want something from 'em. I think if there's anything that they like doing when I'm down there is they know that I don't want anything from them. It's not a trick or a scam. I'm not going to beat them up. It's there may be something to that. I do actually. I'm glad you brought that up. I got a ton of mail today, boxes, cards, all sorts of stuff. I noticed there was one in there for Rebecca. So I will. I'll do a little video of that and show you what I got. And I also, as I've said before, I'm going to do a video of what I have that I haven't been able to hand out. I still have stuff for Cricket, Lori, envelopes. I keep a milk crate with file folders. So I organize what I hand out. And Elaine sent some stuff, some hygiene packets for women. I'll hand those out when I'm there next. Yeah. Oh, Georgetown, Texas, 20 miles from Austin. Yeah, Austin seems like a really nice town. I've been told it's kind of like the Ann Arbor of the Southwest. Yeah. Yeah, now the public, the difference between what I can get and what you can get is it taps into better resources. When you're a private detective, you can join some of these places that you can't join as a layperson. And it gives me about 15 or 20% access to like full social security numbers, income data that was bought from companies. I've had police officers ask me to run profiles because they can get everything criminally, but they can't get the civil stuff that I can. But those locate type deals you can get on the internet are 80% pretty good. No, I did see Allie last time and I uploaded that video. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like that, doesn't it, Sue? Yeah, California and Texas, yeah. I noticed the woodpeckers are really going through the suet in the back. You know, for as much as suet as those woodpeckers eat, I don't know how they stay alive if somebody's not feeding them. I mean, these things are going to town on this suet all the time. Oh, you're welcome, Dave. Oh, thank you, Margate. All those kids are all very nice too. I see the little girl's not out there, so maybe she can't ride one of those yet. Did you spend any time at Berkeley, Sadie? And did you ever get a chance to look at Stanford's campus? Oh, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a good idea, Brian. Yeah, get away from where you become addicted. That's definitely a good idea. Yeah, closing Zug Island. That's something. There goes 20% of what I do when I'm down there. Really kind of feel kind of sad about that. They're only running one blast furnace there now anyway. I do. I do get beef fat sometimes. Yep, I do. Usually, but lately I've been putting them in the little squares, you know, that you buy at Walmart. They seem to like those. There's some seed mixed up. I saw the chickadees really going to town on the suet the other day, which is a little surprising. Sue, they got a barbecue place in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Satchels. Absolutely excellent barbecue. Oh, I know they do, Mark. I know people that have went to graduate school there just to stay around for another couple of years. Yeah, they are cute, aren't they? I don't blame you, Linda. I'm glad I'm here instead of there, for sure. Yeah, I don't blame you, MLJ. Yeah, I've never been to that campus, but I've seen pictures of it, and I guess it's really fantastic. Yeah, they're having a good time. They're really nice kids. The mother's a school counselor, April. I play football with them sometimes in the fall, and it's interesting to see these little kids come up with these schemes on how to run a route to throw them a pass. It's always surprising to me. Yeah, I don't like hot weather. It does look like Christmas Story, doesn't it? No, you know, I bought a boat, and the Detroit News interviewed me, and they had a front page article about me taking a couple of journalists around Zug Island. If you Google Zug Island, Detroit Free Press, Detroit News, you'll see where I took these journalists, and I bought a boat just to go to Zug Island. I used it 2 times since I took those journalists to Zug Island, and then I sold it. Never used it again. I used it at less than 3 hours. Hey, Twinkie, how you doing? You'll find it in the internet someplace. The journalist was Joel Kurth, Kirth. He went to work for an Ann Arbor publication. But if it was when industry meets Mother Nature, Zug Island. You can Google my name, Tom Reed, Reed, Joel Kurth. We had a professional photographer from the newspaper as well. But basically, it was just to check out Zug Island. You should be able to find it on the internet. No, they're the neighbor kids, Linda. Thank God. It's West Branch, Michigan. Yeah, that's a Walgreens and a strip mall. Oh, 37. Yeah, it's not far off from what it's like here. Oh, did you, Cindy? Yeah, Raven's sweet. Oh, you found it? Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a good time. I'll tell you a funny thing on that, Kevin. So we take this boat and we go down right at the foot of Ecorse Road in West Jefferson, which you're probably not familiar with, because we were hungry. And we ended up going across the street right there and getting a hot dog. And the water was a little bit low. And I was ahead of the 2 guys and wanted to get in the boat first. Well, I climbed over the rail. And there were these 2 guys sitting on a bench. They thought I was committing suicide. They came running across telling me, don't do it, don't do it. The current was strong. They didn't know there was a boat down there. It's kind of sweet. Here's Second Amendment. Watch this. I'm going to show you the point of the Second Amendment. Bye-bye. That's the point of it. My blocking finger was getting tired. Sadie, where do you live? Oh, really, Michelle? I spent a ton of time. I had a girlfriend up there for 2 years. And I collected books, big time, rare books, up until about 6 years ago. I don't know if that bookstore is still there on Grand River or not. The guy owned 2 of them. One was right down the street from the other in that building where the coffee shop is located. I don't know if he's still around or anything. He puts on the paper show in Michigan, photos, books, that kind of thing. But the attendance was really falling. I hadn't been to it in about 4 years. You ever go to LS Taco? They have the best. I don't like burritos usually, but I get them there. LS Taco used to be downstairs back in the 70s, but I guess Greeks own it now in that new place. They have the best Mexican burritos ever. Oh, that's interesting, Kevin. Huh. Oh, okay. Oh, Katy, Texas. Oh, you live in Katy, Texas. Interesting. Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't really do anything. I was down in Detroit most of it, which was a great holiday. It worked out perfect for me, really. I just uploaded my last video last night. So, for me to have 10 days worth of stuff is good. And that's because the weather was nice and I was there a whole week. Pork chops, huh? That's cool. Oh, really, Sadie? Huh. About a week and a half ago. I'm going to go down there any day. Hey, Pete, how you doing? How's it going? I haven't seen Amanda lately, but I'm sure it's about the same. Somebody just posted it here a few seconds ago. They saw her walking down Michigan Avenue. I uploaded all the videos about a week and a half ago. They're all uploaded. Yeah, I went to Sedona Hill. I took that helicopter ride as well. Did you take that? It's kind of fun. They don't let them do the same trip though. Oh, thank you, Steve. Swedish Fish, sure will. It's pretty. I'm not convinced about the magnetism on the rocks. I'd still rather drink a good bottle of wine later on. Oh, I'm going to meet Becky for sure. Oh, the Jeep tours. Yeah, I didn't have those that I knew of when I was out there. I took the helicopter tour. Yeah, it's beautiful. Sue, you ever get out to Glacier National Park? Beautiful. That's my favorite park. Here's Donnie's back on now. Good to see you, Donnie. Yeah, I like flying even as a kid. I always like watching planes land, and I wanted to fly ever since I can remember. We went on vacation a couple times, and we got in a plane. I thought, wow, this is so cool. I still have an interest in aviation. I still read flying and I watch videos and stuff like that. But I've been in a lot of things: boats, Corvettes, antiques, Civil War letters. When I'm done with something, I'm done. Oh yeah, everywhere. I've been every state a million times. Daisy's was watching the kids out on their scooters. Cindy, you work down there, around that area down there? Yeah, I thought something was weird there. Hey, no kidding, Sadie, really? Cool. I don't like the new Corvettes like I like the old, but they're still, it's the biggest bang for your buck for 75 grand you can get. Oh, no kidding, Sadie. Wow. I'd say Alaska, probably. Oh, you're an accountant. No, that's cool, Cindy. Oh, cool. I mean, as far as engineering goes, the new Corvette is like the bomb. They actually get good gas mileage if you drive them normal. But like at least in Michigan, the roads in Michigan, driving a nice car anymore, just, I would be pissed off the whole time I was driving it. So I don't get these guys that have Corvettes and Chargers in the city of Detroit. It'd just be a piece of junk in a few months. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's unbelievable for a car you can drive for transportation. Oh, okay. Thanks, Carol. Hey, Jim, that wasn't a bad comment. That wasn't a bad comment by HSH. Oh, okay, Jackie. Hey, Elaine, how you doing? Oh, West Werner. Okay. Hey, Cindy, is there a better area where I could go when I'm down there to get interviews? Do you know of a better area? You know, that's a long story, Dennis. Not really, Jackie. No, not really. Yeah, I think Vermont's beautiful. Rhode Island, yeah. Yeah, he's missing actually. Wackadoo is. They don't. Nobody knows where he's at. I tried looking him up on the internet. I had forgot that he gave his last name at the beginning of the interview. Cass Corder's dead. I don't think that's like that anymore. I tried living in the country, but it's not for me. Good girl, hon. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, hon. Keep an eye on him. That a girl. That a girl. That a girl, hon. Good girl. Keep an eye on him. Good girl. Keep an eye on him, hon. Yeah, hopefully he shows up. A couple people thought he was down in River Rouge. I go down there every time I take that video of that Bellinger Park with the cute little lighthouse. You can see Detroit really well. But, I didn't see him. I didn't expect to. I was hoping I would. Yeah, it's not that easy, Cindy. Oh, yeah, Daisy's a protector. That's for sure. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah, Daisy is a great guard dog. She really is. So I guess I'm gonna look up the weather here right now. Tomorrow is supposed to be like not bad in Detroit, but Monday is going to be the really good day. Another thing too is the cops are like they really ramp up their activity up and down the Michigan Stroll on Friday and Saturdays. And if I could just as soon not deal with it, I'd rather go that route. No, she didn't, Angela. No. Oh, Tom, yeah, I don't know what happened to him. That place was bought, and now they're parking freighters there. Yeah, might not be too bad a day, and Monday's going to be really nice, and Thursday will be decent. Yeah, I'll probably head down there tomorrow then. Oh, thanks, Dennis. It's not really the trust issue. There's just not that many working people outside. I spend a week sometimes and don't get a single interview, and I know where all of them work. Yeah, I could get contact with Kelly. Yeah, I could. Yeah. Yeah, those business owners, they're reluctant to get on video. They're not very nice to the women, and I don't really have an interest in interviewing them. She was in jail. She's in house arrest now. I talked to Becky. Now I've got all-wheel drive, winter snow tires. Oh, probably Cindy. I wouldn't doubt if she's mad at me. Wouldn't doubt it. Oh, that's cool, Angela. Yeah, go ahead. No problem. Hey, Queen. Oh, I'm sure it's driving her crazy. Yeah, she was on the chat the other night. She's doing fine. Amanda is. I've had Daisy 6 years. Yeah, I've been a private detective my whole life. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Good girl, hon. Yeah, she's living with her mother. Good girl. Keep an eye on him, hon. Keep an eye. Keep an eye on him. Yeah, the girl. Keep an eye. Good girl, hon. Good girl. Good girl. Daisy, it's a good girl. Good girl. Yeah. That's about it up in West Branch this time of the year. It's the chat metaphysical. What's it look like to you? A bird feeder? And no one's stranger than you, Rob. Too bad you can't comment on it. Yeah, Daisy's a good dog. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, that's a building. It's two buildings, really. And three if you count the ones in between the two. No, you can't. No. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate it. Hey, Metaphysical. How you doing? Oh, thanks, Angela. Yeah, I'll continue interviewing you. Yep. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna take her partying. Yeah, I know. That's how it is, Cindy. Oh, really? Yeah, they used to have a huge antique store there in Greenville. Keep looking, Johnny. You'll figure it out. Uh, Katie, Casey. I think it's a good idea, Max. Oh, thank you, Coward. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, KGB, how you doing? Good girl, huh? It's blueberries. You don't like those, honey. You don't like a blueberry. Do they do so? Yeah, that's what I think, Dave. I think it's pretty neat. Geez, which one, Metaphysical? Which one? You talking about the older lady? Older lady? Yeah, I do, Sadie. MMA, boxing, basketball, a little football. Sadie, what type of work do you do? Yeah, I don't think the UFC is as good as it used to be. Yeah, I got screwed on that deal. I talked to the state cop about that today. I'm going to fight it. Oh, okay. I think I'll beat it. It's true. Yeah, you're right. Notorious, get lost. So what, Jackie? I never saw your face either. It's a chat, not a television show. It's pretty cool this many people on the daytime. Somebody sent $100, bro. Sadie did. She wants me to party. 9 p.m. Wow. Oh, Holland sure comes up with a lot of good Steely Dan tribute bands. It's a Logitech. I don't know, the latest 1080p. It's got an E at the end of it. It's the latest model. It really does a good job. It's like $70. See you, Zalza. Nobody wants to listen to you. Get lost. Your picture matches your personality. Whoops, wrong person. Sorry, Zalza. Sorry, Zalza, wrong person. Jim, she's fine, Zalza. This goddamn cursor sometimes. Oh, free to use Sony AX53. Like kind of a cheap camera, but I had a Canon before that, HF GX30. Oh, Louisiana, all right. No, I didn't think you were Jay. It is true, Giselle, yeah. It's legal. They're always around. He said it was an obstructed view. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Yeah, kind of MF, yeah. Hey, Saint. Sure, you're way behind the ball on this Downey thing. Yeah, nothing to bark at. Laying right down near my feet. Hey, Ainsley, ever go down to that taco place down there on Allen Road, South Outer Drive? Hey, Kevin. The one on the west side, the drive-in place, not the restaurant. Taco Taqueria. Oh, really, Kevin? Huh. Yeah, cold damn day. No, it wasn't you. It was the one below you before. It was the one below you. Yeah, Daisy snores sometimes. Dry air. Yeah, Willie, I get as many of them as I can. Marguerite doesn't really live in a van, though. She rents a room from a guy. She does burn firewood, but if you gave her a ton of firewood, she'd make one big fire and it'd be all gone the next day. Thank you, Simple Life. Thank you. Yeah, we got a little snow. It's a pain in the neck. Instagram, no, I don't mess with it. Facebook either. Oh, thanks, Saint. Thanks, Sadie. Appreciate it. I took her out for a walk. She's pooped out right now, but I will in a little bit before it gets dark. Oh, thanks, Olson. No, I haven't met Apple, no. You know, I think I've only seen her twice the whole time I've been going down there. Half of them were in jail, Katie. No, have not seen Coco. I'd like to speak to her. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, not really, Pete, like you'd think. They were pretty cool. Not yet, she hasn't, Christine. Thank you, Texas Bunny. No, I don't use Facebook. People send money. She's still around, Wendy. Oh yeah, she's doing fine. She's married, living in a suburb. That Wendy, yeah. Not really, Redman. It would, Katie. Yeah. Hey, Terry. All right, Sue. Take care. Oh, great, Redman. Thanks. Not really. Just hang around here. I just cooked myself some scallops. I was going to go to Detroit today, but it was just kind of crappy day. Oh, Romania. All right. Thanks for all the great gymnasts. Looks like photography is pretty popular in Romania. A lot of guys that do conversions, infrared conversions in Romania. Yeah, it's sad, Weaver. Oh, you like them, Pete? Good. Glad you like them. Thanks. Giselle and Jim, you guys got to send $100 or I'm going to kick you off and ban you. Okay, Louise, thank you. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, Sherry, and catch you a break. I haven't seen cricket. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, Megan. Oh, thanks, Brian. Oh, really, Jared? Huh? Well, I got plenty to do down there. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here. I'm gonna sign back on later tonight, you guys. You're going to be around, probably around like 8 o'clock or so. Daisy, you ready to take a little nappy, huh? You good girl? Yeah, you're right, Jerry. They are hard to find. Okay, buddy. Oh, thanks, Beth. Hey, girl. You good girl, honey? Huh? What are you doing there, huh? Yeah, you good. You want to take a little nappy? Huh? Harry? Monster, huh? All right, you too, Simbrel. You too, Redmond. Thank you. All right, Dawn. Jim, Giselle, Sherry, I'll be on later. All right, Sexy, take care. You too, Sandra. All right, Terry. No, I'm not down there saying, no, I should see her in the next couple days, though. You want me to say anything to her? Thanks, MLJ. All right, Sherry. Yeah, it's tough. Oh, that was nice of you to do, Weaver. Good luck with everything. Bye, Angela. I will. I'll give her a hug. See you later, Ray. Thank you, Angela.